here with our weekend warrior, and this is presented by Capri Tools. And this is a really exciting interview we're going to be doing because this is one of our longest term team members we've had. So Rich Miklitsch, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks, Will.
All right. So you have been crewing with us. Just tell me, can you remember the first year it was?
Yes, 2004.
What were we racing in 2004?
We were racing, Acura, I think.
We were. We were racing
Acuras.
Acuras, and I think we might have been racing Porsches that first year.
Had some
too.
Porsches as well. Right.
So, that is a long time back. I mean, if you go back, I think that besides Mike and maybe Neil Palumbo, that might be the third longest right now.
Yes, it was actually Neil Palumbo who introduced me to the team, so he was able to bring me in and introduce me to the Nonemaker and Sahlen family.
Right.
And my career started.
And you are, like you said, you knew Neil, but you didn't even live in New York, did you, at the time?
Actually, at the time, I was living in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I was about an hour and a half away from Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
So that was my first opportunity to work with the team.
Right.
And become exposed to the racing industry. And the rest is history.
Now, I'm sure you have some favorite memories. I have my favorite memory. You've heard this a million times. We were racing in New Jersey, and it was 2007, and it was a downpour. You remember that?
I do.
And we sent you up in the tower, and basically you drove me around the track that whole race, right? Remember that?
I remember.
You were like, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn. And then you'd be like, DP's on your right, 2 of them. I literally finished the race not seeing anything. I remember a lot of people like Pruitt were pitting because they couldn't see. I couldn't see either. All I had was you in the sky. I mean, basically, you drove the car, and I just did what you told me to do. Remember that?
I do, Will. And it's one of my fond memories of the exposures that we've all had over the years as well.
Right.
To be able to guide you through what was extremely difficult racing circumstances.
And we're at Road America Day, and it was the same way. It was raining today, and our buddies over here, Riley, they were in a Corvette just like this, and I empathized with what they were going through because exactly what we went through that day. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't steer. It was crazy.
Yep.
So what's one of your best experiences with the team?
All of my experiences have been wonderful, but certainly our growth into the Daytona prototype era of our team was certainly extremely satisfying and fun exposure. Just to be at that pro level and to be around all of the professional teams and to compete with those professional teams toe to toe was an experience I'll never forget.
Yeah, it was only 1 year, but we'll all remember that, right? I mean, we sat on the pole twice, we led races. To have been able to finally get to that elite level was really cool, wasn't it?
Very satisfying. Very satisfying.
It was. So you're helping prep the cars tonight, and I saw you had something in your hands here, and I think it's a Capri tool, right? So maybe you could just tell us a little about this Capri tool you got.
So this is actually a very fundamental tool. It's a stub Phillips-type screwdriver.
Yeah.
In the racing industry, there's many Zeus fittings that are used on race cars all over the world, and this tool very simply does a wonderful job of working on a Zeus fitting.
Yeah.
The ability to have it in your hand, the ability to put pressure on it because the Zeus fittings have springs.
Yeah.
The ability to make a quick twist in order to make that fastener work properly. And that becomes my favorite tool when it's time to work with Zeus fittings.
You know what I like about this screwdrivers? You know, a lot of times they have like a really just almost straight handle, but this one's got a real grip to it. Because like you said, if you're doing this, you're really trying to get a torque to it.
Yeah, as racers know, the Zeus fittings can be a little bit finicky from time to time, and this tool really works very well to work with those Zeus fittings.
It does. Well, Rich, we appreciate having you part of the team. We are excited to have you for many years to come.
Thank you, Will.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.